Hello, I'm NES Cardinality, and this is my SGDQ submission video for City Connection. 3, 2, 1, go! So the gameplay in this game is pretty simple. The objective is to cover every tile of the road with paint in every city. There are 6 cities in total, all the while avoiding obstacles in your 1981 Honda City. The most difficult part of the game is catching the edges of each road. If you want to stay on the ledge that you're on, you have to turn around at a very specific moment. If you're too late, you'll fall off the edge, and if you're too early, you'll miss the tile and have to turn around. There are a number of obstacles in your way. In this level, there are police cars flying everywhere trying to stop you. You can shoot them with extra paint cans that you pick up, or oil cans. And then there's Random Cat, the cat that will show up at random at almost any point on the board, and if you crash into it, you lose one of your vehicles. And the speedrun strategy for this game basically involves a combination of routing out the fastest possible way to paint over every square in the level, combined with what to do in case you fall off of certain roads in certain areas. So generally in a level like this, we're going to want to start, because we start at the top, we're going to try and paint every road at the top. And we try to jump off from one edge piece to another, but again, that jump requires a lot of precision. If we're too early, we're going to miss the tile and jump to another platform and leave it behind. And if we're too late, then we're just going to fall down and miss the jump to the area we actually wanted to jump to. We can do those turnaround jumps to get back up to areas where we were above, but it requires very precise D-pad inputs. If you're a little bit too late, you'll just jump forward, and if that wasn't your intention, it can get you in a lot of trouble. So Lack Attack and I had the idea... that one edge piece is giving me a bit of a problem. Lack Attack and I had the idea to race this game at SGDQ 2018. We were playing in the practice room. We decided to race against each other, and it started drawing a crowd, and we realized what good potential this had for an entertaining race. There goes level 2. The story for this game is pretty amusing and exactly the kind of thing you'd expect from late 80s NES lore. You are Clarice, traveling the world in your 1981 Honda City. How you get it from city to city is a mystery to everyone. And by the way, that the graphic of your car on the screen is a very accurate representation of what a Honda City looks like. It's a real car. And so in order to indicate where you've been in the world, you get the idea to paint over all the roads that you've been on. Naturally, the cities don't like this, so they send police cars and other obstacles to try and stop you. It's very fortunate that Random Cat doesn't spawn too often all over the place. You see him at the top over there. Once he's on the screen, he can't spawn anywhere else until he goes off the screen. If Random Cat appears in front of you on a level that you're trying to paint, you can actually turn the other way until he's off screen and despawn him. But if you do this and he reappears in the same section when you bring him back on screen, he will always keep spawning there until you do something entirely different. So sometimes he'll get in your way, and it can be a really big problem. So here again, we fell early. We're going to try and get back up to the top and try and move from the top to the bottom. If you crash into another vehicle, your car will explode and you'll lose a life. Your lives are in the top right corner. But if you shoot it with an oil can first, it will react as though it's been slicked by the oil, and it will start spinning, and you can actually bump into it and it'll go flying off the screen. So this game is all about all sorts of backup strats. If you fall from an area you didn't intend to fall from, you have to figure out when it's best to get back up there. You have to try and manage your corners. It's almost frame-perfect inputs if you want to turn around at the edge of a platform to get that corner and still stay on the same ledge. The levels sort of get progressively harder, and they wrap around themselves. So if you keep driving to the left or keep driving to the right, you'll wrap around to the same spot in the level. We say there you have to paint the entire bottom. The entire bottom is always a solid line, and so we can just go all the way back around it. Here we are at the 5th stage, New Delhi. This is one of the most straightforward stages by layout, but it has a very difficult feature to it, and that's getting all the top floors after trying to paint the middle. Here we fell down unintentionally and we're trying to get back up. That jump was a little bit too far away. So if we fall down to the bottom here, we can just handle the lower levels first while we try to get back up. If I had stayed up there, we'll just go back up. We're going to jump up here, and again, that was a little bit too far away. So we'll just adjust and jump again. And here, I'll show you the difficulty here. We have to turn around and make one of these turnaround jumps to get back up here. There's no real leeway to make that jump any other way. If we start from a distance and travel in the direction of the ledge we want to jump up to, our car will do sort of a wheelie before we're actually allowed to jump after we turn around. And that's one of the dangerous mechanics of this game. You can't just freely jump anywhere. You have to really plan how you're going to get from area to area. Also, if you stay on one level, you see there are 4 different heights on the screen. If you stay at one height for too long, not only will random cats start spawning on that level over and over, but eventually spikes will also start forming on that level until you get off of it. So if you try to just go level by level for too long, it gets very, very dangerous. Tokyo is the final level. We're almost at the end here. We've covered the first 2 levels, so now it's just a matter of getting these 4 platforms on the 3rd level and then painting the entire bottom. This game has a very easy appearance, but when 2 people are racing it, it can get really tight and exciting. And that's what Lack Attack and I want to bring to SGDQ, pardon me. We have just one more platform up here. We've painted the entire bottom, so we jump up. I missed the edge there. And time stops time once we cover the last tile. I didn't stop the timer, but it was 7 minutes and 18 seconds. So that is City Connection in a nutshell. I believe it'll be a very exciting race. Thank you very much for watching.